Ho ho! Happy Brawlholidays, folks! It is time for your boy Rain Raps to truly give back to the most amazing community in the world, the Rain Gang, and more importantly, the Brawlhalla community. Now, first things first, I am going to give back to y'all with a little bit of insight and knowledge that I have on what's gotten me to become a diamond player extremely fast. For those of you guys that don't know, I started playing back in January, and I've been diamond every single season since then, except for my very first season, which I was gold. So today, I'm going to explain my tips and tricks that got me to diamond, and also that's going to help a lot of you guys be able to break through, whether it's gold to plat or plat to diamond or even silver to gold as well. But before we get into all that, Brawlholidays drops officially tomorrow, Wednesday the 16th. So I wanted to make this video a day before to give everyone an opportunity to cop something they truly want from the store that's coming out. Yes, if you guys saw my last video all about the Brawlholidays and what's coming out, I'm giving back to you guys. I'm going to be choosing 3 people that comment below these 2 things. 1, they comment an item they want that's dropping in Brawlholidays, and 2, they comment a tip that I gave that they're going to use or that they found pretty helpful. That's all you got to do. I love you guys to death. Let me know what y'all want. I'm definitely getting the new Yeti Onyx. I'm not gonna cap. And let's get straight into this video right now. The very first step we have here is dashing. Now, a lot of people, you'll notice, like maybe some of you in gold, not too many in plat, but a lot of you guys move like this. You're just jumping around, running like this. You're not using your dodge button. For those that don't know what your dodge button is, or your GC button, or your dash button, on controller it's right or left trigger. On mouse and keyboard, I don't know, but if you played the game, you're gonna know what button that is. So everything is gonna be control oriented, but we're gonna get to it. So first thing I'm gonna tell you guys is you should be dashing every single time. Your movements should always be dashed when you're moving. Every single time you should be dashing. Every single time. Now the next thing is, notice how when I jump, I'm floating, right? This is still part of number 1 is movement. I'm floating. But if you jump and hold down immediately when you jump, notice how you're able to move so much quicker. See how I'm able to do this hop right here? This is a normal hop. I'm not doing anything special. But now watch when I dash. I'm doing the same thing. I'm doing the same thing. And I'm moving so much faster, so much more precise. I'm spending a lot less time in the air. That's going to be step 1, is movement and spacing. Now, how do you do that on controller? The moment you jump up with A, you're going to pull down. You're going to pull down every single time on the left analog stick. And then in order to do it at an angle, so right or left, you're just going to dash right down, dash left down, dash right down, dash left down, dash right down, dash left down. You see what I'm saying? All right, so that's number 1. Number 2 is efficient spacing. What I mean by that is, let's say you have your opponent right here. There's things that are dead zones where your opponent cannot hit you on certain moves. Now, obviously, when you're in the air and once you've started to really master, you know, how to dash and move move precisely and all that jazz, you want to make sure that you're in a position where you're not going to get your cheeks clapped by the opponent. And one of the best ways to do that depends upon your weapons. So obviously, if you have a larger, heavier weapon, you're going like lance or hammer, or greatsword doesn't really count because that's broken. You can do anything with that. But, you know, lance or hammer or spear, you want to keep it a distance about right here, about 2 character frame lengths apart from each other. And the reason why that is because you're able to engage with your neutral and keep people away. Whereas if you are like a gauntlet or Katars player, you want to stay locked on top. You want to stay locked on top in their body every single time. So no matter where they go, you're able to space on top of them and then neutral. You see what I'm saying? It's all about spacing. Understand your weapon. Spend time in training. Understand your weapon. Know where stuff hits. And then master the perfect spacing on being able to hit your hits in consecutive order. All right, that's number 2. Number 3 is to be unpredictable. The biggest thing we see in gold and what everyone dies to are people like this. Let's say my opponent Onyx is jumping in the air. It's jumping up and down like this, right, or whatever. And so this is me. I'm like, oh, my opponent's red. I'm going to kill him right here. Let me just charge up a sig and hold it. Now, obviously, that's going to work on a bot, right? But if you take this, you take this bot and you move it up to, a higher, you know, a higher thing now, where let's say it's at medium, it's gonna move a lot more. Now it's gonna start attacking me. And whereas by me holding this up, you look at that, I'm getting countered. This bot's just on medium, which I'd say is probably around gold level. Now notice what I was talking about spacing. It's a perfect example. Notice how I'm staying right in my opponent with guitars. I know where to be. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Hold up. I'm staying right in my opponent's dead zone every time, where I know I can't be hurt. Now obviously it's a little different in a game, because you're going to want to implement some attacks, but for the purpose of this, I'm just only moving. So how can I do that? So right here, my opponent probably projects that I'm going to attack him right now. Instead, I'm going to jump and then come from above. Now my opponent knows that I'm going to come from above, so now I'm going to come directly at him. I'm switching it up. Now my opponent hasn't seen me use a SIG once, so I'm going to go in the air. I'm going to do a GC SIG. Being unpredictable is what alone got me from platinum to diamond in my second season, guys. No cap. All right, and then the fourth one is this. Watch and play people that are better than you. It's just like anything in life, you know, sports or education or anything whatsoever. You have to do stuff that challenges you. You have to get out of your comfort zone. If you're playing the same people, you know, or just playing your friends that suck at Brawlhalla, right? And you just keep beating their cheeks, you know, you're not going to get better. You're not going to get better, and you're going to get extremely frustrated, you know, when they consistently, you go up against better players, and then they just whip your butt every time. You know, there's a guy, shout out my boy Super 521. He used to actually destroy me, dominate me, and I kept playing. I probably played him over 100 times, and now I'm at the point where I'm not gonna say I'm better than him, you know, because I love the kid. I'm not gonna disrespect, but it's a pretty damn even fight now, and it goes pretty well. You know, and he's 2200. He's a semi-pro. You know, and he's played a lot of Brawlhalla as well. And so just make sure you challenge yourself. And the last one is this. We all know Brawlhalla can be an extremely stressful game. Trust me. I know. If you guys have ever watched my live stream over on Twitch, it is. I get extremely mad, especially because I do all these live rank challenges where you guys make me play characters I hate playing. And so, you know, it's understanding like to when to take a break. You know, so like let's say you've played 3 games. You just won all 3 in a row. You got to play your 4th game, you lose. And then you go to play your 5th game, you lose. Then you go to play your 6th game, you lose again. Now you're in this mindset like, oh, I got to get my elo back. I got to get it back. I know what I got to do. I got to get it back. Got to get it back. So you keep playing, and now you just keep losing. And you go on a fat loss. We've all done it. We've all done it. I've lost, the most I've ever lost in a row was 12 games. I've lost 12 games in a row because I was so mad and so driven to get my elo back. And I ended up not. And then I ended up just digging out a huge hole and giving away free elo, you know, free elo that I worked so hard to, you know, go out and get myself. So remember to take breaks. You're not going to get all your elo in one sitting. I mean, unless, you know, I say that and you have people like Sandstorm, you know, that exist. But besides that, unless you are, you know, not a young Greek god out the trap, you're not going to get it all in one sitting. So take some time, take some breaks, and go from there. So those are my 5 tips and tricks on how I was able to go from cheeks at this game to extremely good. I love y'all to death. I appreciate y'all. Remember, make sure to comment what you want that's dropping in Brawlholidays tomorrow, and also tell me a tip or trick that you found pretty useful. I love y'all to death. Have a very happy holiday season. I'm going to be taking breaks from a couple videos. I might have one more drop before the holidays. I'm not quite sure. But regardless, I love y'all and hope y'all have a fantastic day. Peace!